Phenology is the timing of annual events such as bud burst and blooming of plants and migration and birthing of animals. Why does this matter? Well, plants and animals are intertwined, so the timing of, say, first flowers matters for the success of early insects. And successful rearing of baby birds depends on abundant insects. These days, phenology of many organisms is changing as the climate changes. The study of phenological change is both a way to measure the impact of climate change and a window into how the interactions of species have and will change with time. And that matters to all of us because humans also rely on interactions that take place in the natural world to deliver us clean air, fresh water, and the biodiversity that sustains and nurtures us. These plants are early bloomers. Their successful reproduction relies on insects to move pollen around from plant to plant, but insects are scarce in early spring. So these plants have some tricks to attract pollinators. The little sagebrush buttercup has highly reflective petals that probably help attract insects. But these specialized petals also focus sunlight into the center of the flower, thus warming it, which encourages insects to visit and linger. The Pasqueflower also uses heat to entice insects in. You can see how hairy the stems and leaves are. Before the flowers opened, the buds were even hairier. These hairs trap heat that is generated by the plant during respiration, even when there is no warmth from the sun. Not only that, but the flowers close at night, providing a warmish overnight shelter for insects. You may be surprised to learn that pasqueflowers are cousins to buttercups. They are all in the buttercup family, which is very diverse. One way to recognize a member of the family is that they have lots of stamens, the yellow parts of the flower that produce pollen and are especially obvious in the pasqueflower. Most people don't associate cacti with cold places like Wyoming, and indeed our cactus diversity is low, with only 7 species in the state. This one is Pedicactus simpsonii, known as mountain ball cactus. How does it survive our cold climate? It doesn't drop leaves like so many other plants because it doesn't have any, but it does lose a lot of water. In the fall, mountain balls shrink down and become almost invisible at the soil surface. As they dry, the concentration of sugars in their cells increases until the remaining fluid is like antifreeze. It just doesn't freeze. In the spring, as temperatures warm, the cactus takes in more water, swells, and bursts into bloom. Suddenly, they're visible everywhere. Their bright, showy flowers are insect magnets, despite the fact that they do not provide nectar as a reward to visitors. Apparently, sometimes just being the prettiest flower around is enough to ensure reproductive success. This little daisy belongs to the genus Townsendia, also called Easter daisies, and is a member of the sunflower or aster family. All of the plants in this family have small flowers, often not showy at all. Their trick for attracting insects? The small flowers are densely packed together, and a few have showy petals. So if you look closely at a daisy, you'll see little yellow flowers in the middle. Each of these flowers has 5 yellow petals and the stamens and pistils sticking out of the middle. The flowers around the edge have a single large petal that is really several petals fused together. Grouped together like this, the flowers are showy and easily seen by an insect. And since each little flower has a bit of nectar at the base, the insects stay a while, picking up and dropping off pollen. Apparently, this has worked well for the aster family. It is the most diverse family in Wyoming, with around 500 different kinds in our state, and in the world, where there are around 30,000 species. But of course, this evolutionary strategy can only be successful for the Easter daisy if there are insects out and about when the plants bloom.
This video was brought to you by the University of Wyoming Biodiversity Institute, fostering appreciation and understanding of our natural world through science and education.